What's up guys, it's your boy XX Silent Killer XX with another video. Today's video is going to be FRQ set for number 6. Now before I get into it, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content. Now let's get back to it. So you're hanging a 25 kilogram light fixture in an elevator using two 80 centimeter wires fastened to hooks 1 meter apart. So each of these wires is 0.8 meters. So there are three forces attached to this light bulb. One is F of G pushing it down, and there's two tensions from each wire. Now if we break it down into components, you have TX and you have TY for each wire. Now, you're supposed to find forces parallel to this force of gravity in order to set up our equation, which is Ty. So, Ty is here, and it's equals to T sine of theta. Now, what is theta, you ask? So, let me redraw this triangle here. This is 1 meter, and each of these is 0.8 meters. Okay? Now, if we break this up in half, we will have 0.5 meters and 0.8 meters. Let's redraw that here. 0.5 meters and 0.8 meters. And we're supposed to find this angle. Now, we can use trigonometry because it's a right triangle, or it doesn't really matter, but still. Cosine of theta equals 0.5 over 0.8, adjacent over hypotenuse. And when you isolate for theta, we get inverse cosine of 0.5 over 0.8, and that will give us an angle of 51.32 degrees. Okay, so we'll set up our system of equations. The two forces going up are the two TYs, TY and TY, minus F of G. So we have TY plus TY minus F of G equals MA. Oh, this is part of net force equals MA, and the three forces are, in the Y component at least, are TY, TY, and FG. Okay, so we can combine like terms, 2TY minus Fg equals mg. And then ma is 0 because the system is in equilibrium, which means you can cross this whole thing out, and we get 2ty equals mg after we move mg to the other side. So ty will equal t sine of theta, and as we found out, theta is 51.32 equals, the mass is 0.25 and G is 9.8. So we have 2 sine 51.32 equals 1.56. T equals 0.25 times 9.8 is 2.45. Okay. We divide this to the other side, and we get T equals 1.57 newtons. This is for part A. Part A. Alright, now for part B, the elevator is moving up 1 meter per second squared. So that's the acceleration of the elevator now, 1 meters per second squared. So now we use the same equation, 2ty minus f of g equals m, and this time a equals 1. So like before, 2t sine of 51.32, move fg to the other side, equals m plus mg. Okay. Like before, 2 sine of 51.32 equals 1.56t equals m is 0.25 plus mg is 2.45, as we did last problem. So we get 1.56t equals 2.7, and divide 1.56 on both sides, and we get T equals 1.73 newtons. Okay, next situation is there are now 4 wires on each corner of the ceiling. So, now what we have is, let's do an overhead view first, since that makes it a bit easier. There's a wire attached to each corner here in a 1 by 1 meter square, which means each side is 1 meter. This is on the ceiling, by the way. Which means, and the light bulb is somewhere underneath in the middle. Which means this is, okay, so we can divide this to make another right triangle here. Halfway here is 0.5 meters. Halfway here to the center is 0.5 meters, which means here is 0.5 rad 2, based on special triangles 45, 45, 90. Or if you want to go further in depth, here's an angle. This is 45 degrees because these two are equal. Fuck. Never mind. Okay, just ignore that. It's 0.5 rad 2, which is equal to 0.707 meters. Okay, that's the overhead view. So now we'll focus on the side view. This is the ceiling. This is a wire connected to the light bulb. Here's a nice picture of the light bulb. Okay, so this is one wire, 0.8 meters, and as we found out, this is 0.5 rad 2. So in order to find this angle, we do cosine equals 0.707, which is 0.5 rad 2 over 0.8 meters. Okay, and isolate for this, cosine -1, 0.707 over 0.8, and we get the new theta 27.89 degrees. Okay, now back to this. So, now this is the same problem as before, but here's f of g, but this time there are 4 TYs pointing upwards, 1 for each wire. So, when we set the equation, we go 4 TY, because it's 4 wires, minus f of g, because that's opposing the tension, equals m. A is 0 again, because it's an equilibrium. Okay? Now, ty equals t sine of our new theta, 27.89. Move fg to the other side, we get mg. So 4 sine of 27.89 is 1.87 t. And mg is 2.45 still, because nothing has changed. So then we isolate for t, and we get 1.31 newtons for part C. Now, for part D. Like before, the acceleration of the elevator is now 1. So what is the new tension of each wire? Set up the same equation, 4ty minus f of g equals m, and now the acceleration is 1. 4t sine 27.89 equals mg plus m. 4 sine 27.89 is 1.87t equals 0.25 plus 2.45. Okay? 1.87t equals, add them up, 2.7, and we get t equals 1.44 newtons. Okay, I guess we're done here. Thank you so much for watching. This is your boy XX Sonic Killer XX. See you in the next video. Peace.